time has come to upstate New York, and we find ourselves at Bill Stadium in Orchard Park. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with their opponents. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top player.
And we are underway in Buffalo. Takes it at the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And trotting out there, their tall quarterbacks standing at 6'5".
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Now the first carry for Bush. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
They'll try and run for the first with Bush. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Throwing on first down. Landry to the right side and complete to Washington. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one as a receiver is got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw. Landry. And he hits his target, the tight end Lewis. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They'll run on first down. It's Bush. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. From the gun, Landry. Under pressure, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Landry. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. picked off at the 23. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Second and 2. And he's got his man in stride, complete. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Bills, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Here's 2nd and 8. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Then he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 44-yard line. He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he will find his man on the outside. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off, because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, he'll have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on 1st down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important 3rd down try?
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. And his kick is good. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And able to get this out to the 25. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He'll look to shake off the interception on the opening drive. He should at least be comforted that it resulted in 3, not 6.
And if I were him, I would be the guy all the way out on the field greeting my defense now, saying thanks a lot. You held them to a field goal after I turned it over. That's a big defensive stand for them. He needs to go out now and make up for what he did on the first drive.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On the run, it's Bush. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Pulling a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Wide open receiver complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. On first down, Bush. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The numbers for him from a week ago, 21 carries, 94 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Landry. Can't get away, and he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we're usually talking about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
They bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
On second down now, it's Bush. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Orlando takes back over on offense. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight. And that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Orlando with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. He's going to go up top again. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this will be taken at the 13. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
On 2nd down, it's Bush. He'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The Bills on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Landry. He finds his man, complete. That's Bush. And he is going to have a Bills first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
They'll run on first down. Bush. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Got an open man. It's Washington. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Back to throw. Landry. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Landry. Over the middle, complete. It's Porter. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This offense is starting to get into rhythm. A nice quick throw there on target. Able to pick up another first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he's got his man in stride, complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop his shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And incomplete on the deep ball. And now the field goal team on for Buffalo. This one from 48 yards away. And his kick here is good. And the Bills are going to tie the game at 3. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Orlando takes back over on offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. A big play there. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And I tell you from our broadcast booth, because we're pretty close to the 50, We had the best view, a bird's eye view of that throw, and it was an absolute thing of beauty to watch. Never ceases to amaze me, the arm strength of these guys.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. Back to throw here.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
And his kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. We got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
Buffalo set to get the football back here. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Landry. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
2nd and 10.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Bills on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Landry. He's going to launch it for Washington. And this one is incomplete. The Bills send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now back to throw. And he's got his big tight end here.
It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 7 yards, the pickup there. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. A throw over the middle taken in.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a second down. They'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 17-yard line.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead will increase to 6 now. It's 9-3. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. Some great games still to come. And I think we highlighted one of the better ones right there, as they'll square off against the Miami Dolphins. Excellent games in the late afternoon window as well, one being out in Los Angeles, where it'll be the Rams taking on the San Francisco 49ers. And then lastly, on Monday Night Football, those fans will be riled up, as it'll be a good matchup between their guys and the New York Giants. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for our visitors in the first half, and they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing secondary, as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first two quarters. Meanwhile, for the Bills, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple...
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big connection on that one. 38 yards.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off, because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback, and he put it right where it needed to be.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Buying time to it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. So a nice bounce back there defensively after giving up the big play.
Yeah, you can either get down on yourself or you can get motivated. And that time, they dropped him for a loss. So I would say that they got motivated and made the play.
Second and 14. They'll set up a throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way.
Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So they bring out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Looking to throw. Landry. He finds his man. Complete. It's Bush. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal.
And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. On second down now, it's Bush, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
On second down, it's Bush, and he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on third down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
To throw on third down, Landry, he finds his man, complete. That's Bush, and he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough, and now fourth down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively, and this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll try and run for it. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2, but he doesn't come anywhere close. And as a result, possession switches hands. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you, because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we can get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. 2nd and 5. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
2nd and 9 now. Being chased out left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line. Now here's a handoff out of the gun. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Back to throw now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for only a couple. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here's 2nd and 8. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, this is the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. This is caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Orbits are able to add on to that lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They'll hand it off to Bush. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Landry, and he hits his target, the tight end Lewis. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
happens here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this, when I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
On third down, Landry. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up fourth.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
The Bills send the punter out. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Orlando takes back over on offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
He'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And defensively going with a dime set, 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw here. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And on now is the punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. $47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. On 1st and 10, Landry. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Well, that last pass, CD, he just added another notch to the old belt. What a career it's been. He's over 35,000 career passing yards now.
And when you say that number, over 35,000 yards, how many people have done that prior to him?
Right around 30.
Boy, that's a pretty good number. Now you're into a membership that means you've done a heck of a job in this league for a decent amount of time. You're recognized as one of the better players.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Landry. He finds his man, complete. That's Bush. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. To throw on 2nd down. Landry over the middle, and it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Landry. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Porter. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On the delay, it's Bush. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
2nd down and 3. Back to throw. Landry. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Landry. He shakes him off, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. I guess, partner, you call that a coverage sack.
Oh, without a doubt, because where did he have to go with the football? I know everybody wants to get on him about, hey, get rid of the football. You had too much time in the pocket. But he's scanning the field, nowhere to go, and that allowed the pressure to ultimately get to him.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And this one is right through. And a 2nd field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no wind. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Orlando takes back over on offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
2nd and 11. And that is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Hands it off out of the gun, and nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 23.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. It's So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Here's a 2nd and 7. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. Back to throw here. Steps away to his left. Boy, he almost did that himself, but it looks like he's about a foot or 2 short. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own. But as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you. And if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And his kick is indeed good, and that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
So the Bills now down on the scoreboard, and time a huge factor. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. On 1st down, Landry finding Washington. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Now the Bills will hustle to the line. He's going to let it fly. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. Throwing on 1st down, Landry. And it's caught. And he's brought down. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And this is caught for a touchdown. And hold everything here, flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off with great anticipation, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So many times we end the game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now a handoff here to his running back. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Taking it about the 16.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that throw behind his man. He missed it. Incomplete.
Well, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped in incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural, but
I like where we're going with this. Though you say one to represent like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody.
So for Orlando, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action